Hey, everybody. It's Thursday, which means it's a two-show day here at MFSN The Hub. Our first show today is our weekly waiver wire show. I'll be hosting today. I'm Casey. I'm here, of course, with the wizard of MFSN, Ross the Boss. Ross, you doing all right?
Casey Scheinfold, it's Thursday, day before July 4th. Yes, I'm doing great. Your Yankees aren't doing great, though. They're in
No, they're pretty
Toronto.
terrible right now.
Every game, there's Toronto scoring like 10, 11 runs. It's just what's going
Yeah,
on in New York, and they're
it's
not
ugly to
playing.
watch right now. I'm not a fan of my team at this moment.
Well, that's well said, but you know they have to start hitting, so we'll see what happens. I
Well, they
mean,
have to keep some runs off the board, too. Their pitching hasn't
your
been all that
your
great.
boy Clark Schmidt goes today, so hopefully they can get the W. We'll see what
Yeah, he's
happens.
been our best pitcher lately. So,
I know, I agree.
and the All-Star starters were announced. Did you see that?
I did see it. No big surprises. Who did you think was
Well,
kind of
Jacob
cheated?
Wilson starting at shortstop for the rookie from the Athletics. I think Ryan O'Hearn, the DH for the Orioles. Those would be two who I wasn't anticipating. Um, but outside of that, I mean, it's a pretty good list. I mean, how do you deny Cal Raleigh or PCA or Shohei? So there's some names on there that you're supposed to see. It'll be fun. I don't know if I'll watch, but it's a good lineup. It's a good list of names.
Right, I like it. It's going to be
So
good.
the injuries continue. Spencer
Oh,
Schwellenbach, the ace of the Atlanta Braves, fractured his elbow. They're not even sure if he's coming back this year. They already have Chris Sale on the 60-day IL. Man, the Braves are in trouble, I think, in that NL East, especially with how good the Phillies and the Mets are this year.
no, I mean the Braves. They should just pack it in. I mean, I think they should just go for the youth movement. I think they should make some adjustments during the All-Star break. I see some people on the trading block. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think they'll make some. I think some makes. I see them trading away some of their bigger names. I feel that with the Braves, and um, I think this year's been a disaster for them. It's just
Yeah,
been
pretty
horrible.
much.
Um, they usually are in the mix, but this year it's totally opposite. It's not,
No.
it's,
All
it's
right, but
horrible.
we're here to talk about the waiver wire. Big weekend coming up, 4th of July weekend. Summer and baseball go hand in hand. This is a big weekend of baseball. We're getting to the kind of mid mark with the All-Star game coming up, the trade deadline at the end of this month.
Yeah,
And then the trade deadline in most leagues is sometime in the middle of August. So it's an important time to square away your roster and get yourself moving in the right direction before the trade deadline. So who are the guys, two or three names that you think are the strongest names on the waiver wire
let me
this
start
week?
with a pitcher. Mitch, don't call me Helen Keller for the Pirates. I mean, his last start gave up no runs, 7 innings. He'll be somebody that's going to be dealt by All-Star break. I mean, he'll be on a contender. He's pitching really well the past few starts. Started off the year not that great, but now he's like in his stride and he looks really good. The Pirates are playing good baseball. Um, it's hard for me to say that. It's like the two worst teams, and it's like the winning streak the Marlins had until last night. They were
Yeah.
winning,
And
and
your cover boy was a big part of that winning streak.
yeah. So I mean, Mitch Keller to me is somebody that I would pick up now because when he gets traded to a team like the Dodgers or the Yankees or somebody like that, um, everybody's going to try to pick him up. So he'll be going to a high big market team. He's an inning burner, and I like Mitch Keller. Right? Don't call him Helen Keller though. Um, but I like him right now. I think it's a good pickup. Get him when he's low. Don't get him
And how
later.
about a bat for us all to look at?
So I'm a homie when it comes to the Reds. Novella Marte, he got hurt his I think hamstring. He's been out for a while, but in the minors he's been hitting 357 and 8 rehab starts. He's been on fire, and before he went down, he was hitting 294 in the big leagues. Novella Marte to me is somebody that for third base, if you need a third baseman, he's somebody I would definitely pick up. And another guy that's leading the team in like hitting. I mean, this guy's been just tearing it up for the Colorado Rockies. Is Tyler Freeman at second base. I mean, he's hitting over 300, and he's also like a stolen base guy. I mean, he can steal if they let him. If he plays a whole season, he can steal like 70, 80 bases. In all serious, he had 2 the other night. I mean, this guy's just a machine. So, and he's barely. I mean, he's under like 30%, I think, in Yahoo. So, if you need a second baseman, those are like my top 3 guys this week. Tyler Freeman.
Okay. I like all of them.
Yeah, and we also have our cover guy that I want you to talk about, but he's been on fire too. But those are the top 3.
Yeah, Kyle Stowers is who you're talking about of the Marlins, who just
Yeah.
played great baseball for the last 2 weeks straight, and he's a big reason why he's been just ripping the cover off the ball, batting over 420 the last week with 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. I think he had an 11-game hitting streak going at one point. He turns out he's part of that Orioles trade from last year. He never really got a fair chance with the Orioles, and he's proven with the Marlins that he's a pretty good player. Another outfielder is Waiver Abreu. We talked about him earlier in the year. He came out super hot, cooled off a bit there in May, but he's slugging the ball again too for Boston. So that's somebody, and somebody we've talked about a lot also is Cam Smith, the rookie for Houston. Jeremy Pena's on the IL, so I mean he
Yeah, what
doesn't
happened
play
to Jeremy
shortstop.
Pena? I was going to ask you about that. Is he out for a while, or what's his injury?
I will check when I'm done here in a
I saw he
second.
went down. I mean, he's such a
Yeah.
big part of that Houston team. I just don't know what happened.
And Cam Smith seems to be figuring it out. He's batting almost 500 over the last week. On the season
So
now,
Cam Smith is one of these
he's
guys
got his
that,
average up to 285.
yeah, I don't know if you
So
saw the video when they told him he made the Major League Baseball team beginning of the year.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
I mean, he was like crying. It was great, and I love when they do that. And he's definitely like one of these youth movement guys that are going to be in the major leagues for 10, 20 years, and he's definitely a starter written all over.
Yeah, and a pitcher I want to talk about is for the Miami Marlins, and I brought him up before, is Edward Cabrera. This guy always had elite stuff, movement on his pitches, pitch arsenal with velocity. His problem was command. The last couple starts, he seems to have unlocked his issue with command. If he can keep that going, he's either going to be similar to Mitch Keller, like one of the biggest trade chips at the deadline, and going to one of these contenders, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Orioles, maybe if they're still anywhere near it. But I mean, the guy's just he throws gas. The pitches move like crazy. If he can command him, he's certainly somebody. And then if you need the peripheral stats, strikeouts, whip, potential for wins, holds, I'm going to say Brian Abreu, the reliever for the Houston Astros, not a very sexy name, but he's striking out almost 3 batters per inning over the last 3 weeks. He's striking out over 2 batters per inning for the last 3 weeks. It's just amazing what he's doing. Nobody can touch him right now. And if you have, our relief pitcher or just pitcher slots on your roster, and it's somebody you can leave on there who's just going to, if he can get you 10 strikeouts a week, that's the same as a really good high-end starter. If he can get you 5 or 6 innings with 8 to 10 strikeouts, that's what you want from a number 2 starter anyway. And so he can give you those numbers. The peripherals that he can provide are very, very impressive. Anybody else you can think of?
Yes. This guy's been hurt the whole year, and he's making his first start on Sunday for the Brewers, is Brandon Woodruff. I know he's been hurt. I know he didn't have really great rehab starts, but again, when you're playing in minor league baseball, you're working on your mechanics. You're not going full out. You don't want to get hurt, and I get it. But when Brandon Woodruff was healthy the past few years, he's been like top tier guy.
Sure, he and Corbin Burns were considered one of the best duos in baseball when they were both.
Yeah, so Woodruff makes the start Sunday. Let's take a look and see where he's at. Let's not go crazy and start him in every league. But I like Brandon Woodruff just as a pickup and stash him away if you have room on your roster. But he is definitely worth a look because there's not many elite pitchers like himself that are available.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a good point. So, um, I'm a fan. I'm a fan, a big fan. The other guy, and I don't know how to feel about him, right? And
I'll
maybe
tell
you
you.
can help
Go.
me
Who is it?
understand. Um, the Dodgers need pitching, and this Justin Robleski kid seems to be pitching really well for them. Um, he's like he's his last three starts, he's got 16 innings, three earned runs with
This is minor league, correct? I mean, this
strikeouts.
guy's not pitching the majors, correct?
No, he's in the majors right now. He beat Kansas City, Colorado at Colorado and San Diego in his last three starts. Uh, you know, and if you go back to June 13th, he lost against San Francisco, but it was 4 1/3, one earned run, and the Dodgers just couldn't support him. Um,
It's so weird with the Dodgers. That remember they had this elite like starting five or six, even seven, and now it's like they're talking about Emmett Sheehan coming up from the
Sheehan,
minors,
yeah,
pitching the majors. Who's when he was up in the majors, he was like a ERA over 4. I mean, it's just and like Kershaw's like one of their main like guys now. I mean, he should be their fifth starter. Now he's like their 2 or 3. Um, I mean, the Dodgers are just like they're winning, but they're not playing with all their best pitchers, and it's amazing. He's still the best record in Major League Baseball. I mean, that's the crazy thing. I mean, you got guys, you got Glass Arm out, you got Snell, that's the Cy Young winner. They signed for big bucks out,
yeah,
and Yamamoto's pitching great. He's their one. Suzuki's out for a while. I don't know when he's coming back. The big phenom that they signed for big money. He's 22 years old or 21 years old. But the Dodgers are just, I mean, if they can get healthy by September with their pitching, I don't know who can beat. Seriously, I mean,
yeah.
I don't think they
Now,
can
but
be
that's a
beat.
big if. You're asking Glass now and Snell and
Last arm, yeah,
Sasaki to all be healthy
yeah,
come the postseason. That's a big ask. But
yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
want
I
them to
mean,
lose.
and congratulations, by the way, to Clayton Kershaw. I think he joined the 3,000 strikeout club yesterday, becoming one of the 22 or 23. I forget the exact number of pitchers to join that. So
I mean,
certainly
right now,
an
Casey,
accomplishment. What?
if I had to say the best starting five right now in Major League Baseball, Suarez, Wheeler,
Oh yeah, the Phillies.
even that Milt Abel guy. I mean, these guys,
Christopher Sanchez is
Christopher
pitching well.
Sanchez. I mean, these guys are pitching.
Nick Abel, yeah, and they're talking about bringing up Painter. If they
I
bring
saw
him up,
that Andrew Painter, who you talked
that
about
would be
for 20
exciting too.
years.
That's somebody you can stash in the minors.
Is he going to be like able for Social Security when they bring him up? I mean,
He's like 19 or 21. He's something like that.
oh, I thought he was like in his 30s.
No, he was a phenom at 19. Then he needed Tommy John, so he's only like 21
Right.
years old, I
I
think.
know, I'm teasing you.
Don't quote me on that, but
But I mean, the Phillies and Aaron Nola is like he's not coming back till after the All Star break. Um, but the Phillies starting staff, I mean, you can compare them to the Dodgers healthy when their staff gets healthy, but they're going to
yeah,
be tough to beat. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with the Phillies starting staff. If they can stay healthy, I think they'll contend with the Dodgers. I think they'll give the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers will have a tough time with them in the playoffs.
I think and I think what if the Cubs can add a starter like an elite starter, one of these elite guys from the less performing teams, I think they can hang with the Dodgers in a series too in the playoffs. That offense is very
Yeah, I
impressive.
mean, they're with the law
And
of
Wrigley's a
averages.
tough place to play
If
when it's
they keep
cold in the
playing like
winter.
they are, they're going to have like 98 wins.
Yeah, so
I just read something about that. I mean, they have a really good hitting team with Tucker and Pico Armstrong and Suzuki. I mean, they have a really good hitting team.
yeah. So
I definitely see them adding a starter. Maybe
I think if they can add an
Keller.
Sandy Alcantara or Edward Cabrera from the Marlins or Mitch Keller, as you mentioned, from the Pirates, one of these teams that, like, if the Cardinals fall out of it, Sonny Gray would be a great one to go after, guys like that. So, it'll be interesting to see.
When do you see, and then we'll go. When do you see some of these trades starting happening? Like during the All-Star break or a week, like next week before the
I would
All-Star
say in
break?
the next 7 to 10 days, especially with all the injuries that some of these teams are starting to have now. There's some huge names that are either struggling or injured, and I just think like the Dodgers are in a dogfight, the Yankees are in a dogfight. Some of these perennial favorites are not as as stable as they're used to being. So I think you might see them try to get some of these players earlier than wait until closer to the deadline. That would be my bet.
I agree. I think we'll see some trades next week. Uh,
Yeah,
before
who knows? Well, Ross, again, thank you for all the knowledge. I will see you again in a few hours. We're on again at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern with our guru, our boss, our leader, Dr. Dan, where we're just going to talk sports and infamous people in sports and just have a fun and lively debate. Please, if you can, join us. You can chime in. We love hearing what you guys think of. We're not the experts on everything, so we love getting feedback from you guys. Next week I'm out, so the waiver wire show might be a little modified. We'll keep you up to date on what's going to happen there. But Ross,
can we do a show from your cruise ship that you're going on?
I would, I'm pretty cheap. I didn't buy the internet package.
Oh,
But you know what? I'll look into it. Maybe we can. All right,
I can't
Ross,
believe you didn't buy the. Okay,
always a
okay.
pleasure.
I'll send you the money. How about that?
I'll see you in a few hours.
Sounds good. Thanks, Case.